Hello everyone, how are you doing? In the last video, we've learned what is the difference between generative AI and AI, and then what is the benefits of generative AI, and the key features of generative AI, and the different techniques of generative AI. Now, we will deep dive into the applications where where generative AI is being used, and then I was taking few prominent industries where the generative AI is being actively used. So we'll discuss deep dive it further. Applications in healthcare. See, earlier, if you guys remember, there will be a health check where there are set of questions they'll be asking you. Let's say if you are going for an BP, right? They'll ask what is your high systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, and certain set of questions they will ask. And based on that, they'll create a rule and then they'll verify you like no, you are in high range or low range, or what is your current status, you are doing well, or like what can be done on top of it is what they used to tell. Now the advancements of in AI is helping them to ask a next subsequent question is leveraging AI. So there is no fixed set of questions. Question is based on the answer you are providing. Let's say you are giving some abnormal range, then there will be a subsequent set of questions which are like no dynamically the AI will ask based on the range and then based on a probabilistic condition or case it is. So that is the advancement which is happening now in the healthcare industry. And then let's see what and all is available I was presenting here. So drug discovery. See, it's a major breakthrough, and then it is being a lot of big organizations like Google, Meta are there into this space, and then they are looking at into molecular structure for drugs. See, the beauty of molecular structure is like they can provide a better medicine. So that is the beauty, right? If we are if a person is suffering from something, and then if you have a better exact solution which treats it, then obviously we are utmost advanced in the industry, right? So that's what is happening. Google is going with AlphaFold, Meta is with ASM Fold. There are a few other things you can look at into it. So the next one is a medical imaging. So what medical images? Medical images like an X-ray, MRI scan, or like no CT scan, different other scans is called as a medical images. So like we can improve the scan quality. Let's say they will give the size of MRI scan ranges to 2 to 3 GB. Let's say you have compressed it, the quality is lost, and then the quality of which you got it is in not good quality. You can leverage AI tools to improve the quality of an image what you got, and then you can remove the unnecessary noise so that a doctor can deep dive into a specific pinpoint and what they wanted to do it. Then into a clinical documentation. So this is very very important nowadays. Hospitals want this one because let's say if a patient is in a hospital and then their duration is more than 5 days, right? It is very difficult them to follow all the notes. What is the significant events has happened, right? So that's where no AI agents or no AI will help them to get a brief note what has happened in the previous day, and then they get the data out of them, and then they'll do this. So in that way, doctor will have a crisp overview what happened in over a period of days, and then they can make a decision on top of it. And then clinical trials. So this will help the historical data of a person, and then it will help them to do a better planning, and then for the patient itself, right? So based on the history, always well, let's say if you visit any hospital, doctor will have what is your past symptoms, past surgeries, and everything, right? The reason is that the making of a decision is very very important when they are doing it. If the patient is allergic to certain things, they should avoid that kind of medicine. So all those things. So this is very, very helpful, and it is very fast and quick. Easily you can get this data into this. Another major industry is entertainment and media. So like nowadays in any of the function or everywhere, right, you can see that like some of the song is made through AI. Some in recent times actors are coming into our movies by AI. So it is being very advanced. So if the singer is singing in a particular tone and they want to adjust it by you adjusting the layers, they can adjust it. So AI is helping them a lot. So in AI art and design, you can generate So recently the Gilby trend was into a boom and everyone is using, right? This is in art, which is in, and then music composition, like they are like no using a complicated instrumental sound also they can get it effectively, and then they can adjust the score, background score if there is any correction needed. So in the storytelling, like so like if you want to like no write a scene, right, you can give a prompt in such a way that you can give your idea and thought, and then so that see, AI will help you to get a better narration out of it. That is the major part in generative AI, right? Generating a content. So how effectively, how beautifully it generates is you'll get like no surprised on seeing the content, and then like no the ideology it is getting into it, right? That's why prompt is very, very important in this one. So the question you are framing it, right, that makes significant difference in this. If you write a proper question, you get a better response. And then the other thing is the chain of thought. You can ask a follow-up question to improvise the response and you get a better this thing. That's what is a personalized media into it, right? Curate tailored content. So you if you can feed certain information and you get a best out of it, you can get a recommendations on top of it, right? So that's the beauty of this into entertainment and media. So and then applications in business and industry. So the major part is the like no in business industry is like no ads, customer service, design, and everything, right? So now the major part can be like no improvised. You get a better output by leveraging AI. So you can draft a copy, you can send an email, you can do a lot of things. You can generate a creative content. You can like no put a data in such a way that you can attract more users into your using your product, and then you can generate a you can create an AI bots which can help you to get like no unnecessary spams if someone is doing it, right? So like earlier you guys remember, right, lot of things people are calling and then like no doing irritating to the customer care executives. Now there is a set of questions it will ask are like no there is based on your question AI will like no predict like will get the data what it is having, or else like no it can predict something with the available data and then to give you the solution on top of it. If it is unable to do it, it will provide you to the like no human agent which reduces the initial or like no frequently asked questions, or like no which is like no which can be system and system answered questions and all will be like no avoided sending it to human, and then like no to save a lot of time into it. And then product design, you can put your thought and you can get an concept, a prototype, design, everything to using by based on your input. It's not like the system will give you something. No, you can put a question prompt in such a way that prompt can be delivered into a like no it analyzes your thought process and then industry type you are using, then it will uses the knowledge which it attained, and then it will provide you the solution on top of it. And in software development, like no like GitHub Copilot, Claude, and then Klein, different other tools are available in the market, which is helping you to write the code as well. Like let's say you can allow access to read your file, it will read your file and it will suggest you the set of changes to be done based on your task. So that's the beauty of it. So now you need not to struggle. You find it in Google and then Stack Overflow. You learn something and then you implement it. It will give some other issue and then like no, and then again you have to search for this thing. And you will get hundreds of links. Now it is not like now it is very precise. You get a question and then you copy your code and you allow your like no AI tool to access your code. It will read through all the files and it will give you a better solution on top of it. So that's the beauty of generative AI and then AI space. And then finance. So you can like no see earlier it is like no if you want to do any analysis of any of the let's say a mutual fund or a stock, right, any other financial planning, if you want to do it, it is like no you need to go with a planner and then the planner may or may not give you the full results, and then you have to talk to some other person the chance. Now you can put all your questions into a prompt and then you can ask any of the AI model, and model will give you certain like no specific detailed okay like no analysis of what to be done, what not to be done, and then you can get a personalized financial advice as well. Like you can put your like no your income and then your expenses and what you want to save it and where you want to put it, what is your expected return time, and then what you are planning to do on top of with your return amount, right? So you can put that into it and then it will give you a better solution into it. And I try to make an like no example videos in my further videos if you want to like understand any specific area or you want to focus anything, you can put down into the comments and look into it, and then I'll try to make a video in the next subsequent videos. And another very, very important industry is an education industry. So it will help like faculty, students to get more insights on what area they are doing it. So personalized learning, you can put out like, let's say if you are keen interested in learning something, or if you are like no lack of understanding something, right? You can put that prompt and then you can get a better reasoning of it. You can get a detailed granular in your local language as well. That's the beauty of the system. Other content creation, you can like know if a faculty wants to give a quiz to your students, you can put like know what on what subject to which grade they are planning it, and then they can like know get an quiz on top of it. They can prepare a study material on top of it. They can prepare all any other activity which they are planning on to the students, right? It can be helpful for all the faculty who was doing it. Other language learning, so it is like, say, recently you might have heard about Duolingo and other things, right? Say they that will have a series of like no quizzes which help you to understand to learn new language. And in Duolingo you can learn multiple languages, right? So in the same way, like no, you can it is up to the person who was doing it. You can put your like no meanings out of it. If you want to learn anything, you can record an audio and then you can ask AI to evaluate it whether you are pronouncing correctly or whatever the language you learned is correct or not. It will help you in that. In the same way, into the administration side, they can help, like no, they can put like no, prepare that Excel or whatever they have it. They can put that into an AI, and then it will help them grading assignments and preparing teaching material accordingly, so that you know they can evaluate, self-evaluate, right? If let's say, well, like earlier people are saying like no 50% are doing good, 50% are not doing good. It is not like that, right? The approach of like no teaching is very, very important. Right now we can leverage that kind of support through AI, so that you know AI will help like know what kind of areas we need to focus. We can put it like no on what area our students are lagging, and then based on that you can upgrade your teaching skill, right? That will really help students and also you to be in a better place. We understand benefits, techniques, and then applications in different industries. Let's understand the ethical consideration what we need to do in terms of leveraging AI, and then like no taking, or if you want to make a model also, what the things to be considered. Accuracy and hallucination. Accuracy is very, very important. Let's say you ask some question and then your system is not generating a better answer, then done. You're good. And then hallucination. Hallucination is that like I ask something and you deliver something. So sometimes we see that, right? In general, that's a human tendency. If you ask a question to someone, if they don't know, but they'll try to answer something which is completely irrelevant, and then they'll confuse you. That's what is hallucination. System will like know with the lack of training, so it will undergo into hallucination. It will try to get something, but it is completely irrelevant for you. Bias and fairness. So if your training data is like no, let's say you're focusing on a specific key area, then your model is biased. It will always look out into that specific area, and it will doesn't consider other factors, so that you know your model is biased. So then like no, the usage will be very, very less. Privacy and security. So you should be very, very cautious on putting your personal and sensitive data. So it is privacy concern. It is up to the person, right? We should not like no feed our data to anywhere in the public, and then making sure that like so no one is going to access your information. If you're putting it, you can like no mask your information, and then you can put that information if you want to understand anything on top of it. Copyright and ownership, it is very, very crucial if we are using any public models. If we are going with the paid models, then we can like know that can be with them to like know accompany this copyright and ownership. But if we are using any of the public model, then public models are for you to self understanding. If we are using any production related, like no, if you are like no charging anything on top of it, then you should be like no very cautious on checking whether like no the data is which is used is a copyrighted content, or it is having any legal issues, like someone somewhere you are getting it right. You should be very, very cautious on getting this kind of data when you are leveraging a public models. And then job impact. So it is very, very like no burning topic in the market now. So AI can automate the task, right? So obviously, like any industry which is evolving, which will have an impact. And then by understanding what we can do on top of it, AI, like how we can utilize that skill or technology, right? It will help you to to get into a better position. That's what it needs, a retraining into it. And that comes to the end of this session. And then the final conclusion, what we learned is what is generative AI, and then how we can create a content, what are all the different techniques, benefits, and then what are all the different industries in healthcare, media, education, how we are seeing. And then we have seen real examples into it. And then caution is we have to technology should be used responsibly, and a lot of organizations are going with responsible AI. So how you use the data is very, very important when you're into a public domain. I hope this video will give you certain understanding on generative AI and the things. So if you want to understand any of the topic in detail in this part, right, I'll also make the subsequent videos on top of it based on your interest, and then I will focus deep dive into a specific focus area if you want to learn it. Put your points in the comments. Let's see in the next video. Thank you.